It's Weigh-In Wednesday with our weight loss coach, Charles D'Angelo, and today Charles is introducing us to yet another success story. This is Brian Hardy. How you doing, Brian?
Very well, thank you.
And I would love to show you his before picture, but we're having a few technical difficulties, but I promise you he looks 3 times smaller. You must be at least 3 times smaller. You've lost how much?
102 pounds.
102 pounds.
In 8 months.
Yeah,
In 8 months. Well, that's way too fast to lose that much weight, Charles. Isn't that what everybody says?
That's not what his doctor says. His
Right.
doctor is just ecstatic with his results.
You know, it's interesting when people say that. It's like, would you say you should have kept eating for those 8 months?
Yeah, it's safer to just to stay at that weight of, where did you start exactly, Brian? What was your heaviest weight?
260.
You weighed 260 pounds, and now you weigh?
158.
158. So you have 3 kids,
Yep.
and you were really experiencing the load of carrying all that weight around when you
Yeah.
took your kids to Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah,
and,
Disneyland.
and tell us about that. And is that when it was kind of the wake-up call?
Yeah, pretty much. I just felt, I just felt so heavy. I have my youngest daughter's 4, and we're, on the rides at Disneyland, walk around the park, and everything was a chore. Everything, tying your shoes, walking up steps, anything you do, when you have that much weight on you, it loads on you. It just feels so heavy. And I've always wanted to lose weight, and I've always wanted to do something, but never felt it was possible. I just didn't have I didn't really know where to start. I didn't know what to do. So.
Well, look at this picture we finally have up here. We were able to get, and there you are. And is that actually what you?
That was last August.
Last
Look at those
August. Look at
pictures.
you.
Yeah.
Here you are, last
In California.
August, on vacation, probably not enjoying as much as you do now, right?
Right.
And let's not forget that
totally
he
different.
is a chef. He is actually the president of the Chef de Cuisine Association here, and he's the executive chef at the Gatesworth here in St. Louis.
You
So
know,
being
Brian,
a chef, he still lost all that
Yeah,
weight.
I saw that you sent that information, and I was thinking, working in a retirement center, it must be in some ways another good thing for you to be doing, because you see elderly people who are in great shape, and you see elderly people who didn't take care of themselves. So you see the whole thing, and you start thinking about yourself.
Right, yeah, definitely.
And you start cooking a lot more green beans, right?
And chicken.
A lot of things that we do. Being a chef and being trained as a chef for as many years as I've done it, I've always knew what was healthy to eat. But being so busy and having such a stressful lifestyle, it's easy to get out of that routine. Every day I would cook healthy food for everybody else. I would do what was necessary, but I wasn't worrying about myself. I wasn't taking the time to exercise. I wasn't taking the time to eat right. And so when I met Charles, he kind of got me on the right track. And
You were literally nurturing everyone but yourself.
He was the last on his list.
Did you find that you had habits where when you were cooking you were unconsciously eating things along the way? Because I can imagine as a chef, it's right there.
Yeah, that happens a lot. And another thing is being a chef and being having a busy lifestyle is when everybody else is eating lunch and breakfast and dinner, I'm cooking.
Right.
And, I would cook all day, and then I would go home late at night and I would eat. Or I'd grab something on the way home. Now I've got myself trained to eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner, and
have snacks.
yeah, I do what I have to do to be healthy too, so I can continue to do what I love.
And Charles, it's always so a defining moment to meet someone who's lost over 100 pounds and to realize that you did it in less than a year, and it's doable for a lot of people.
That's the whole point of these segments that we do once a month of success stories, is to show those at home that it's definitely possible just by eating healthy and by consistently exercising to transform your life in such a dramatic way. Brian is living proof that if you're willing to make the commitment to healthy eating, exercise, you're living proof as well, that not only can you lose it, but you can maintain it.
Right.
We're almost
yeah,
on
wait till
your...
we get to that part. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on all that weight loss. We're really
good.
proud of you. And you can contact Charles on our website at kplar11.com or visit him on Facebook as well.